I'm Kent Mayor Dana Ralph, and we are here to talk today about winter weather preparation and all the things that the city does to make sure that our streets stay safe when we get snow. We don't get it very often, but it does come. I am joined here today by Scott Schroeder. He is our street vegetation supervisor, and we're going to talk a little bit about what the city does to get prepared for winter weather. Thanks for joining us, Scott.
You bet.
Let's talk a little bit about what we're already doing to get ready for the snow season. What's our fleet look like, that kind of stuff?
We actually start getting our trucks and stuff ready late summer, early fall. We have 11 trucks, 9 of them are set up with plows and sanders, and then 2 of them are set up with plows and de-icer tanks.
And we also stock up our supplies, right? We stock up de-icer, sand, that kind of thing?
Yep, we stock that up at the same time. We get that ready and get everything ordered in. We have 3 facilities that we have our stockpiles at. We have one on the East Hill at our Keyhawk Center, and we have one on Veterans Drive. And then we keep a little bit here just in case we have to do stuff on the valley floor and get it taken care of.
How does the city prepare, or how do we respond when we've got those really windy days? We start seeing trees, branches come down, flooding, that kind of stuff.
What we do in preparation for that is we set up 3/4 ton pickups that we have down here, chainsaws, ropes, anything else, and winches. The other thing too is with flooding, to help us out, make sure and clean the drains out in front of your house. This time of the year with the leaves and stuff like that, floods into the roadway and it could flood into your front yard. So that helps us out a ton.
With the wind, sometimes come power outages.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about who's responsible for the power, who's not, that kind of thing, and then tips for residents if they come across not only a tree down in the road, but possibly a power line.
Check your surroundings. If you pull up to a tree and it's down in the road, you want to look to see if there's power lines involved with it. And the last thing you want to do is try and get out and move that tree, because it could be charged with electricity and you could get hurt. We'll contact PSC and have them come out. We can't go out and touch those trees or do anything with them until PSC comes out and decharges the lines.
Puget Sound Energy has a great mobile app as well as a website, and you can track power outages, maps that show how big the power outage is, and even estimated times for when the power will come back on. So we partner with them, but it's not in our wheelhouse to handle that power supply. Let's walk through a snow event. So we get the weather report, snow's coming, we run crews 24 hours a day.
Yes, we actually activate our DOC, which is our Department of Operational Center for Public Works, take phone calls, coordinate with police, coordinate with our signs department, because when we get into these events, a lot of times there's roads that we have to close. The ones that we usually close is James Hill is always the one, just because it's so steep. 208th Hill, call it Snake Hill. We close that one just because of the corners and the steepness of it. On drivekent.com, you can catch the updates there for basically knowing what roads are going to be closed and what roads have been closed or reopened.
Yeah, definitely a good tool for our residents to know. Another important thing is, let's talk about what we plow. Main roads, not residential, that kind of thing.
Right, so we got priority routes. We got priority 1, 2, and 3 routes. So our priority routes are pretty much our hills. If we can keep our hills open, then anyone that gets out of the residential areas can get to the main roads and get to where they need to go. Priority 2 routes don't usually come in until later in the event, just because our trucks are mainly running to keep our main routes open. We do not do residential areas. It's not safe for the operators. The thing is, the trucks are so big, trying to get the truck down the middle of the road, you're just clearing cars by inches. Where's all that snow go? It goes right up against the cars and blocks the driveways.
What about some tips for all of our residents on staying safe during a snow event?
So staying safe, you want to make sure and prep yourself. Prep your vehicle, prep your home, even prep at work if you have to. Food supplies maybe, first aid kit, flashlight, simple things like that to make sure you got tire chains for your vehicle. So that way you're prepared if something should happen.
So in closing, a couple of different tools that we talked about. We've got drivekent.com. You can sign up for those alerts. All of our social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we'll be posting continuous updates. Depend on the person. Either we're hoping for snow, because I know that kids want to get out and play in it, or we're not hoping for snow. Either way, the city of Kent is going to be prepared. Our crews are going to be out there taking care of business, making sure that the streets are as safe as possible. Want to remind you to stay as safe as possible, and here's to winter. Winter is coming.